organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Extended night ride. Daily Iowan TV talks to officials about the decision to extend night ride to both men and women. And music students are finally able to work inside their new home.
Carver Hawkeye might look a little bit different come this year.
Also, more football to talk coming up in sports.
All that and more is coming up. This is Daily Iowan TV. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Taylor Brooks. Night Ride is a free service offered by the University of Iowa Department of Public Safety. It has been serving thousands of women every year for the past 9 years. But recently, the expansion of the service brought up a huge debate. What differences will there be after it being co-ed? Daily Iowan TV reporter Zhao Li has more.
To provide a safe transportation for females in the late night and early morning hours, the University of Iowa Department of Public Safety has operated the Night Ride service since the fall of 2007. The service runs 7 days a week from 10 at night to 6 in the morning, and it's totally free. However, now, about 10 years later, the service is now opening up its doors to all genders, and the University of Iowa student government has been working very hard to promote this happening.
While women are often subjected to higher levels of violence than others, there are also communities like the queer community, gay men, people who identify as transgender, who also have felt unsafe for years.
But at the same time, officials had raised concerns over this change, including the possibility that doing so may lead to further sexual harassment. But according to Rachel, additional safety protocols will be offered.
DPS has worked really hard, and there's also going to be the occasional police officer dressed in just normal clothes riding the bus to serve as kind of a surveillance mechanism to make sure there's nothing suspicious going on.
But there are still many female students say that they won't worry too much about sharing with men.
We will have camera, and then we have a security guy there.
And for her, the night ride is just another form of campus. Reporting in Iowa City, Shelley, Daily Iowan TV.
Registration changes have a new system of pay. Students used to have to pay out of pocket for registration changes such as adding and dropping classes and graduation fees. But now students will have a set fee of $225 they pay in total. Faculty from the registrations office believe the set fee will simplify costs for both students and the office. The hope is that this will save students money. A unique job in high demand has recently increased its employment wage after the summer session. CANBUS is raising its wages for drivers to $13. The wage increase is partially due to the amount of construction around campus, forcing drivers to drive the bus with a little more caution. The UI CANBUS Transit System Manager Brian McClatchy said, quote, "We recognize we need to be one of the better paying jobs on campus. It has people give it that second look," end quote. UI students and Iowa City residents alike have waited for the new Voxen music building to unfold right in front of their eyes since the flood in 2008. Daily Iowan TV reporter Logan Dunwoody was there to experience the building on the first week of classes.
It's been over 3 years since construction began on the new Voxen Music Building, and Monday morning students got to enter the building for the first time. The new music building, located at the intersection of Clinton and Burlington Streets, offers for the first time the center hub for UI music students. We sat down with music marketing coordinator Susan Orhan to hear about the features and first takes of the building.
It is a dream come true. It is a building like nobody has ever seen. The music faculty are just incredibly psyched about it. The students are amazed. I think everybody just loves it.
Awesome. Orhan then goes on to describe the state-of-the-art features and adaptations of the building, including a soundproof room for students' instrumental practice.
There's a concept called box in a box, which is a sound isolation technique that the architects came up with. So the sound is isolated and there's air padding everywhere. You'll have a full ensemble rehearsing and you'll be on the other wall and never hear it.
The Voxen is set to open its doors for performance this coming October, where students and attendees alike will enjoy music filling its halls for the first time. Reporting from Voxen Music Hall, Logan Dunwoody, Daily Iowa News.
The UI Job Fair is taking place today from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Iowa Memorial Union. Students will have the opportunity to look for both on-campus and off-campus part-time jobs for the fall semester. The fair will also have jobs available for students who qualify for work study. Well, unfortunately this morning it was extremely rainy outside. Luckily it wasn't raining when I left this morning. Forgot my umbrella in my car, so that would not have been good. But woke up to a few thunderstorms overnight. Don't think this rain is going away. Zhao Li is standing by in the weather studio to tell us more. Zhao?
You're absolutely correct, Taylor. This past few days has been really either rainy or cloudy, and we're really expecting some clear skies coming up. But the bad news is today you can expect some even more rain. This morning and leading into the afternoon, temperatures will be in the low 80s, so make sure you have an umbrella with you in case you get caught in the rain. Moving into the night, temperatures will drop quite a bit to 66 degrees. Now heading into tomorrow morning, you can expect to see some rains with temps in the low 70s. Now taking a look at a 6 days extended forecast. Thursday will be rainy with a high of 80 and a low of 59 degrees. Friday will have the similar temperatures and little chance of rain. Now looking ahead of the weekend and the beginning of next week, the temperatures will stay around the low 80s with a chance of thunderstorms. Although the weather is not being very welcoming, enjoy your first week back at school. Now back to you, Taylor.
Thanks, Zhao. The annual Taste of Iowa City Festival has been rescheduled. Coordinators moved the festival to Thursday night instead of tonight to avoid potential bad weather. The event will be taking place from 4 to 8:30. Definitely a good move there. Construction has seemingly taken up Iowa City, but one street has just reopened for residents and students. Dubuque Street was closed for several days in August due to rock-splitting construction. The city was installing an underground sewer under the lanes heading north. Despite reopening, work is nowhere near complete because this is just one of many phases of the Gateway Project. The Gateway Project is a flood mitigation project to raise Dubuque Street and replacing the Park Road Bridge. Stay with Daily Iowan TV to stay up to date as construction continues everywhere here around Iowa City. It looks like some of the latest Happy Meals are anything but. McDonald's has announced a mass recall of their latest mealtime toy. The Fitbit-styled Step It, first seen as a proactive approach to get kids active, but the mealtime prize is now facing a mass recall after reports of skin chafing on small children. McDonald's is responding further by offering a replacement toy while simultaneously investigating the claims. An Iowa City doctor has the opportunity of a lifetime in the fight against multiple sclerosis. The National MS Society just announced that a $1 million clinical trial based at the University of Iowa will be led by Dr. Terry Wallace. The research is to find a solution based on a person's diet. Well, with football season so close, it's hard to imagine Kinnick Stadium doing more than just prepping for the first game. But something a little different is happening this Saturday. On Saturday, Kinnick Stadium will host its first ever concert named the Back Porch Revival. The concert will feature our very own Iowa football quarterback C.J. Beathard's brother Tucker as one of the opening acts. Country music legend Blake Shelton will follow later as the headliner, also including Thomas Rhett and Big and Rich. I'll be there. Super excited to wear my cowboy boots inside Kinnick Stadium, that's for sure. Well, fall camp did just wrap up for the football team on Saturday. We have a bunch of football in sports, and Olivia and Zach are standing by me. What's going on, guys?
Well, that's right, Taylor. Lots to get to today in sports, as yesterday was the first time for players and coaches to talk to the media after fall camp finished up on Saturday.
And one of the main stories talked about, Zach, was that C.J. Beathard needs to stay healthy. That is one of the most talked about things of this upcoming football season. We all know it, the coaches know it, and Beathard himself does too. But how do they do that?
Well, to this organization, it all starts in practice. Beathard's been rocked by his teammates before when he's in the pocket, but not anymore. Taylor Brooks tells us more.
One lesson learned last season was don't touch the quarterback. After one hard hit to CJ Beathard, the team implemented a new tactic this season, the imaginary circle. While this protects the quarterback, the defensive line has had to get creative with the pass rush and keeping pressure on the QB.
There's an imaginary circle that we got to stay around, so.
Seems like it's getting bigger and bigger. No, it's telling us to back off, but no, obviously, CJ's a great player, though. He's very important to that team. I don't have to tell any of you guys that, and so, when he's in there, he gives us a chance to win.
Coach Bell has been tallying up like disruptions and stuff like that, and that can be either putting your hand up, tipping the ball, or getting within that imaginary circle. So that's kind of how he's been counting.
That's something, just kind of putting numerical evidence to, getting stuff that might not be recorded as statistics, in practice, and to kind of see where we're at and to give us a baseline to improve on as we went through camp.
It's really our job, so just protect them best we can, and they're going to bring guys that we can only block 5 guys a play, so they're going to bring blitzes that require more than we have, so it's just good that those guys are holding up and letting go.
Not much has changed on the offensive line with this set imaginary circle as they try to keep Beathard protected anyway. Reporting with the Hawkeyes outside of the football facility, this has been Taylor Brooks with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Much was said about the offensive line's youth last season, but it seems like a steady group as of right now. Some experienced players going into year 2.
One player that had a huge role in Iowa's season last year was Desmond King. Football reporter Katie Sextro took a closer look to see what this All-American and his teammates are doing to mentally and physically prepare to lead them into the fall.
One of the big stories surrounding Hawkeye football lately is that All-American cornerback Desmond King chose to come back to Iowa for his senior year. And with the first game quickly approaching, King knows that he has high expectations to meet.
I still have the same goals, and nothing's going to change because, you have to set your goals the way you want to perform in the season. So, my same goal is, stay humble, stay ready, play the best that I can be because, anything can happen at any point in time. So, just be ready.
Not only is King ready for a big role this season, but his fellow cornerback Greg Maben is also ready to step up.
I've definitely accepted my role as a leader on this team and on this defense. I already know that teams are going to be, taking shots my way just because they're going to try to avoid Desmond being the Jim Thorpe winner. So, I've been preparing for that all off season. I'm going to be preparing for that through camp. And, as the season rolls on, hopefully I'll be able to rise to the challenge.
And even with 8 interceptions and a stellar season behind King, head coach Kirk Ferentz is looking for nothing but improvement from the Jim Thorpe Award winner.
Common sense would tell you if a guy's hungry and improvement driven, he's going to improve. He may not get as many interceptions. That's not the measurement, just kind of like wins and losses aren't always a measurement, but it's what he's doing, how he prepares, all those kinds of things. And now that he is a senior, can he be a little stronger leader for us? Because we just lost a pretty dynamic group. So, what's he going to add to that pool as well? Those are all the kinds of things that we want our guys to think about.
And we will see just how dangerous the cornerback position is within only a little over a week. Reporting outside of Kinnick Stadium, Katie Sextro, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Tomorrow we'll take a closer look at another key player on the defense, Josie Jewell.
Hawkeye fans entering Carver Hawkeye Arena this year are going to be in for a surprise. The home of the Iowa basketball, wrestling, and volleyball teams has a new look.
Over the summer, a new audio system was installed along with a brand new center hanging video board to enhance the overall fan experience. The Hawkeye men and women's basketball teams will have a brand new floor to welcome in the new year.
Tomorrow morning, we're back talking Iowa volleyball with the season right around the corner.
And that's it for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Zach and Liv. Super excited about those additions to Carver. Can't wait to be in there all basketball season. That's all we have for this edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out every day at 11 a.m. on dailyiowantv.com. For today's show, I'm Taylor Brooks. Have a great day, Iowa City.